We will be starting in 5 minutes. We're waiting for more students to join.
Okay, that's fine. So, am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir, you.
Audio is fine. Okay, I will just do the check. So, let me see if I can share the presentation.
Yes, sure, sir. Sir, we'll just start begin with some introduction and then you can. Is that okay, sir?
Okay, ठीक है, fine. Okay, ठीक है. Okay.
It would be great if you guys can switch on your videos. We are starting now. Do you guys know that more than 58% of people globally are unable to land their dream placements just because they could not clear their aptitude test? Yes, you heard it right. These numbers are quite shocking, aren't they?
Indeed, Devesh, it is so disheartening to see that these tests, which are meant to assess our knowledge and cognitive skills, become the biggest barriers in our career. To provide a solution to this issue, we present to you our webinar today on Aptitude Amplified Sharpening Your Analytical Edge.
We are about to embark on an exciting journey of exploring the world of aptitude and its impact on sharpening our analytical skills. But before we dive in, let's kick things off with a fun riddle related to consulting.
Get your thinking caps on, everyone, and let's see if you can crack this riddle. Here it goes. Listen very carefully. I am the trusted advisor solving problems galore. With data and insights, I help businesses soar. I analyze, strategize, and guide with precision. In the realm of problem solving, I'm a true magician. Who am I?
Think carefully, everyone. What role in the business world embodies the essence of analytical prowess and consulting expertise? We'll give you a moment to ponder. You can type in your replies in the chat box. We have some replies coming in. Yes, that is good. Have you come up with an answer? Who embodies the qualities of analyzing complex scenarios, providing valuable insights, and making data-driven recommendations? Think hard, it's quite an easy answer. We have more responses coming in. Okay, that is great. Now we'll be revealing the answer. We hope you're ready because the answer to our riddle is a management consultant. Yes, you were right, Raj.
Congratulations to all the sharp minds who cracked our riddle. Management consultants are like problem solving wizards who excel in analyzing data and strategizing solutions. Aptitude and analytical skills indeed go hand in hand, and they are very crucial in the realm of consulting.
An aptitude test evaluates a candidate's capacity for problem solving, logical thinking, and working under time constraints. Let us move on to our fascinating webinar, and to guide us through this insightful journey, we have the privilege of having a distinguished guest with us today, Mr. Amit Podar from Time Institute, an esteemed professional in the education industry.
Mr. Podar is a seasoned expert with an illustrious career that spans over 15 years in the corporate world. He holds a graduate degree from Sri Venkateswara College and an MBA from the Indian Institute of Planning and Management. After working with the renowned US-based MNC Primus Telecom for 2 years, he transitioned into the education sector. Mr. Podar's dedication to education led him to head Bullseye, a prominent Pune-based company, for 3.5 years.
That's right, Ashna. During his tenure, he excelled in overseeing academics and marketing, showcasing his exceptional skills and expertise in the field. In 2006, Mr. Podar joined Time Institute as a knowledge expert and has risen to the position of senior regional head. His wealth of knowledge and experience make him the perfect person to shed light on the importance of aptitude and how can we amplify it for greater success. So, without further delay, let's extend a warm virtual welcome to Mr. Amit Podar. Good evening, Mr. Podar. We are honored to have you today, and the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this lovely introduction. I hope I'm audible.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, fine. Okay. Okay. So please give me that facility wherein I can kind of share a presentation, if that is possible. Can I be the host for some time? Because I'm unable to share the presentation. Okay, no, it's fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, I hope you can see the slide. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. And it is changing as well, right? I've changed to the next slide. Is it moving?
Yes, it changes.
Great, great. Okay, so a very good evening, all of you. This is Amit Podar from Time. And probably for the next 40-45 minutes, I will be talking on the topic right in front of you, and that is how to do well in the aptitude tests. So that's the main agenda for the day. So, my dear students, if you look at your journey, from your early childhood, if you look at, we have been in a regime, I would say, from our early childhood. Look at our schooling, be it in the kindergarten or maybe after that in our primary school or maybe higher secondary and later on in the college as well. Please just kind of retrospect and think that the society has put us under that specific regime of around 8 to 10 hours almost a day. And that's for a purpose. If you can think on it, that's for a purpose. School probably was for around, say, 6 to 8 hours, probably. College is almost, the same time, if in case, you can calculate. And after this, when you get into the corporate world, when you join a company, the same story, continues. Again, 8 to 10 hours in the corporate world, doing your job, probably, doing justice to the company we work for. That's our job. So if you kind of try to do a backward integration, you would know that all this is for a purpose. And that purpose is that how do we keep ourselves busy? That's a very basic purpose. How do we keep ourselves busy? Early childhood, of course, parents used to push us, go to school, you need to go somewhere. And we used to say, no, we would like to stay home. A lot of times, as hesitant kids, normally, you don't want to go to school. But again, once you grow up, once you are in college, probably, the idea of not going to college, is like very rare, I would say. Why? Because we have a lot of fun in college. We have a lot of other activities, you have extracurriculars, you have so many things as such, right? So then probably we would say, oh, I'd like to go to college. I want to go to college. That's how it is. So things change.
Podar sir, Prakash here. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, आपका वीडियो ऑफ है.
The video is not on, but I'm trying to do it. Is it? I think I'm able to switch it on. Okay. Okay, let me see. Let me kind of take a minute or so, if in case I can take that, and then probably I can.
Sure.
Let me leave and again rejoin. Then give me a minute. Maybe there's some issue.
Sure, sir, no issues. By the time sir is getting on with this video, you all can type in the chat box what are the things that you expect from this session today. Being that it is on Aptitude Amplified, you all can type in your responses here.
Also, if you guys have any feedback regarding the bootcamp or yesterday's session, please feel free to type it in the chat box.
Great, Arnav. Great to hear it. I'm sure that you'll get those in these sessions. Great, Raj. We'll try our best to provide you all of those. Great. Felt great to help, Mukund. Thank you, Nivedita. Okay, Abhishek, we'll do ask the speakers to talk about that also in the next few sessions. Thank you, man. Thank you, Raj. It felt great to be of you. Prakash sir, if you could call up sir to ask whether he's Chandra.
Yes, I'm calling, sir.
Okay, sure. Did any of you give any sort of aptitude tests as of now? You can type in which type of test that you have given. Yes, ma'am. And if you want to know about those tests, whether you made any mistakes, we can also let sir know so that he can help you out through that too.
And if you have any particular areas which you found to be difficult and want to improve in those areas, please let us know about that as well. Quantitative aptitude is indeed difficult for a lot of people. It is challenging.
And I would also assume all the first years that joined this session, most of them have given the general test, which is a sort of aptitude test to win this UAT. Great, Prati. We'll also have great insights from Sir on card too.
Okay, I think now my video is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible and you're audible.
I'm audible. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry for this delay because I was unable to log in actually. So now it looks fine. Let's make it full screen. That was. Okay, great. So, again, let me begin again, probably. So, this is Amit Podar, and I'm from Time Education. So, today's topic is based on how to do well in aptitude tests for different exams and recruitment processes. So, that's the basic topic, and we'll try to understand, the nuances, the nitty-gritties which probably these people look at when they give you these aptitude tests in the examination. So that's the target for today. So welcome all of you on behalf of the team over here. So if you look at the word itself, the aptitude, the point over here is they are looking at your basic logical reasoning abilities, if you, in case you look at all these tests. And this is directly related to the profile which you would get when you get into some company, or probably it can be your own business for that matter. So whatever job role you wish to play later on, that is actually connected to these aptitude tests. A lot of times what happens, we consider these aptitude tests as hindrances, which they are not. Actually, when we clear aptitude tests, we improve our level actually. So we move up in terms of our own way of thinking about different situations, decision making, time management, pressure handling, etc. Which means we elevate ourselves. तो हमने अपने आप को elevate कर लिया. If I am able to clear the test, think on it. Which means I'm job ready, or probably I'm ready for whatever academic curriculum I would go through after any test like CAT, GMAT, GRE, etc. So one should never look at these aptitude tests as hindrances. They are in a way to help us understand our potential and to also start working on our weaknesses, if any. Right? So that's the first lesson I would say. Now, I was also talking of, initially when I started, I was also talking of our regime, our tight schedule which we have from our early childhood. तो बहुत बार क्या होता है कि ये सोसाइटी हमको एक शेड्यूल में डाल देती है, 6 से 8 घंटे का शेड्यूल में बचपन से. आई एम श्योर हम लोग सब लोग रिलेट कर पाएंगे. हमें बिजी रखा गया है, सिस्टम ने हमको बिजी रखा है. ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, बिजी रखा है हमको. हमने 10th करा, 12th करा, मे बी ग्रेजुएशन कर ली, एंड देन मे बी पीजी करेंगे या जॉब करेंगे या आफ्टर पीजी जॉब करेंगे, ऐसा कुछ. तो सिस्टम हमें पढ़ाई तक बिजी रख सकती है, till our education days, probably. So till my graduation for that matter. It can be a BCom or a BSc or say some engineering or some medical, whatever it is. Wahan tak system, puts you in that regime, tight schedule, and you're busy. But after this, after my graduation, after my PG, now the onus lies on us. हमारे ऊपर onus आ जाता है कि भाई हमें अपने आप को बिजी रखना है. Now to keep ourselves busy, what do we do? Tell me, क्या करेंगे हम अपने आप को बिजी रखने के लिए? We'll get into some job. We'll do something. It can be sports. It can be any hobby. Maybe it can be a job in some company for that matter. या फिर अपनी कोई कंपनी खोल लेंगे. So all these aspects are there, right? तो एक तरह से अगर मैं जॉब कर रहा हूं तो in a way, I am at an advantage because I am being busy now. I mean, I'll be busy, right? So please also think from this perspective that somebody is there to pay you to keep you busy. Somebody, say companies and all, what do? They get work from you, 8 to 10 hours of work every day, right? And for that, what do? They pay you, right? Salary. But वो तो extra bonus है अगर आप ध्यान से सोचो तो. Salary is a bonus. Or being busy is our kind of, I would say, necessity. हमें कुछ ना कुछ तो करना ही. तो अगर इस तरह से सोचेंगे तो we'll be job satisfied. We'll be able to connect ourselves with the job we do or we would do in future. So that's another lesson we need to carefully understand. At the end of it, it's about how satisfied you are when you get into any job or any particular college or any particular course, right? तो दोनों ही बातों में ये हमें बेनिफिट कर रहा है. ये जो टेस्ट हो रहा है, एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट, it is in a way benefiting us. It helps us, kind of draw a line towards our goals, towards our motto, whatever we have in our life. So now let us move on and check that why do they conduct aptitude tests at all these places, if you can see on the screen. So if you look at MBA entrance exams, what happens? They, take that aptitude test. UPSC, they have CSAT. That's aptitude test. English, reasoning, maths, basic questions. Government exam, SSCPO, again, aptitude. Placement tests, companies, they come, they give you some exams, some questions based on logic, based on reading comprehension passages, maybe syllogism, maybe connectives, or something on GK as well sometimes. So see, the purpose over here is how aware are you? How sensible are you? How job ready are you? That's what they are looking at, right? Through certain subject matter, if you look at through certain subject matter like English, mathematics, logical reasoning, data interpretation, maybe GK or general awareness. What are they doing? They're actually trying to check something else. They're trying to check something else. How do you manage situations? How do you manage your time? How do you manage stress? How do you handle tough situations? ये चेक हो रहा है. हमें लगता है कि ये जो सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस है, जो भी एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट है, ये इंग्लिश और रीजनिंग और मैथ्स का है, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, इसके बियॉन्ड है. escape beyond it, to be very honest. If in case you get stuck in a question, for example, which you know, so you know a question and you think you'll be able to do it and solve it, then probably you will be able to do it. But the point is, given the time constraint, given the time pressure, and maybe other easy questions, if you leave that particular question, that'll be an easy way out. Why? Because that particular question, which you know, but then may take more time to do. If you leave, you'll be able to do more number of questions. So in a way, leaving questions also is a strategy. Now look at it. So what are we talking of? We're talking of not solving. We're saying even leaving questions can be a strategy. Do you stick to things? Do you take things to your heart? Or do you kind of think, from your head and then decide what is right for me right now and what is not correct for me? So something of that sort. So that decision-making skill is tested here in these aptitude tests. Because they give you more number of questions and they give you less time. You look out everywhere, my dear students. आप देखोगे आपको कम टाइम में ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस दिया जा रहा है. एप्टीट्यूड का मतलब ये है कि मुझे सारे क्वेश्चंस नहीं करने हैं, मुझे टाइम को मैनेज करते हुए मैक्सिमाइज करना है अपने अटेम्प्ट्स और एक्यूरेसी को. दैट्स माय टारगेट. सो व्हाट्स द टारगेट? मैक्सिमाइज योर अटेम्प्ट and accuracy. So that's my target. अगर मेरा ऑब्जेक्टिव ही नहीं होगा सही तो आई एम नॉट रेडी फॉर द टेस्ट, आई वुड से. बट प्रॉब्लम फिर देखो हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम में है, थोड़ा तो प्रॉब्लम है. क्या है हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम में प्रॉब्लम? कि ये हमको बचपन से हमें सिखाया जाता है दैट वी शुड डू एवरीथिंग व्हाटएवर कम्स इन माय एग्जाम. आई शुड नॉट लीव एनी क्वेश्चन. पेरेंट्स हमारे बोलते हैं कि भाई देखो जो भी है सारे क्वेश्चंस करके आप, कोई भी क्वेश्चन छोड़ना मत. ऐसा हमें बचपन से बोला जाता है. आई एम श्योर यू आर अवेयर ऑफ दिस. ऐसा सिचुएशन आपके साथ हुआ ही होगा, आई एम श्योर. बट अभी क्या हो रहा है, यहां पर द गेम हैज चेंज्ड. तो हमें अपना स्टाइल भी चेंज करना पड़ेगा. यू नीड टू चेंज योर स्ट्रेटेजी अ बिट. उसमें थोड़ा टाइम लगता है. तो ऐसा नहीं कि आप किसी इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में हो या किसी ग्रेजुएशन कॉलेज में हो एंड देन सम कंपनीज कम फॉर अ टेस्ट एंड यू गो विद द सेम काइंड ऑफ माइंडसेट, the same kind of thoughts which you had while taking your graduation exam or maybe your 12th exam or maybe your 10th exam. वो फिर यहाँ पर detrimental हो जाएगा, my dear students. तो it's a mind game, I would say. ऐसा नहीं कि आपको knowledge नहीं है. You would know a lot of questions. आपको पता है solve करना. चीजें वही है 10th level वाली. सबसे अच्छी बात. Mostly everything is what? Everything is 10th level. I mean, it's very surprising. But बात यही है. Even for UPSC, CSAT, it's 10th level. Talk of CAT, ZAT and all those GMAT and all this, 10th level they say. Recruitment वाले जब भी आते हैं, अगर आपको aptitude test दे रहे हैं तो 10th level का नहीं. हाँ, they can have a technical round, that's a different thing. वो फिर technical चीजें आपसे पूछेंगे, that's a different thing altogether. But when it comes to aptitude, it will be mostly 10th level. That's how it is. Right? So I'm trying to understand this point, which means they're not actually testing only your knowledge, they're looking at your abilities, other abilities. It's more about, I would say, your skill. It's more about that. It's more about this. आपकी skill की बात. Right? So I hope you agree with me on this aspect, my dear students, right? So knowledge and skill थोड़ा मैं बड़ा ऐसा कितना बोलूँगा, skill ज़्यादा है, knowledge और skill ऐसा. And why do I say this? Because for the last so many years, I've been in this industry, 15 plus years. And I see people. So based on the strategy. So that is one thing which probably you can start looking at, the strategy part. Right? So that, in case that makes some sense. So now, apart from all these, basic level of English, which can be passages or basic questions on mathematics or some logical reasoning puzzles maybe, or some graphs, data interpretation graphs. The next level can also be based on something called psychometric test. This is also part of the aptitude, but then probably slightly different. Why? Because here they look at your personality, the way you are. Are you fit for this job or not? So they look at that, right? And the most important thing is that for psychometric test, you need to give honest answers. That's how simple it is. Very simple. Give honest answers. If there's a question that, a very, very, very personality-based question. If it says, when was the last time you cried, for example? And then it says, today, maybe yesterday, maybe last month, or maybe never. Something like that. So by putting these kind of very emotional, basic personality questions, they just want to know you as a person, right? How does it matter whether you have cried yesterday or maybe day before or a month ago? But the problem would arise when you say never. That will be a big problem, right? So psychometric test is about being honest, and that's how it is. So which means you need to go by gut feeling. Whatever comes to you, there will be options. You just mark the right option based on your own personal unique nature. You are unique, I am unique, people are unique. So you cannot copy others. So psychometric test actually is the best example of that. यहाँ पर आपकी personality का test हो रहा है, यहाँ पर आपकी knowledge का test नहीं कर रहे हैं, right? So that's another aspect. I'm talking about the overall process, different processes. When different companies come to your college, they may come up with different processes. And then, of course, the next level is, GDs. They may ask you to sit in a group, discuss on a topic, and topic can be simple, it can be current, it can be very, based on abstract ideas also, right? What if they give you a topic, something called, say, can an elephant really dance, for example? Think on it. It's a very strange topic. And somebody has come to recruit you in your college और जीडी में बिठाकर आपको ऐसा टॉपिक दे देते हैं. अब आप सोचोगे नहीं क्या टॉपिक है, कैन एलिफेंट रियली डांस, इसमें मैं क्या बात करूं? What should I talk on this? And what is the need probably for this topic to be given in a recruitment interview for that matter, or maybe for any other discussion for that matter? But I tell you, this is about your job role which you want to do in your future, in near future or whenever. The idea is those people, when they moderate you, when they want to see you discuss, वो आपके अंदर क्या देखना चाह रहे हैं? आपके अंदर देखना चाह रहे हैं कि आप एक ही चीज को अलग अलग पर्सपेक्टिव से देख पाते हुए. That's what they want to look at. Or do you again only talk of this elephant? That's it. Or do you have different perspectives to the same situation? आप आगे जाकर मैनेजर बनोगे, जॉब करोगे, तो क्या आप अपने रिजिड माइंडसेट से जाते हो, या फिर you have those creative abilities to think from different perspectives? I hope you understand the purpose. ये एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट का पर्पस और उसके बाद जो भी प्रोसेस होता है, सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस का पर्पस होता है टू जज योर स्किल्स, टू जज योर पर्सनैलिटी, एंड ऑफ कोर्स नॉलेज एज वेल. सो तीनों का कॉम्बिनेशन ये आपको जज कर रही है, राइट? सो दैट्स द ओवरऑल प्रोसेस, माय स्टूडेंट्स. And last but not the least, of course, personal interview. There, probably they would like to ask you about why you want to join my company. What are the good qualities in you? Why should we select you? Why should we not select you? Even a strange question like this, why should we select you, is an easy question. भाई आप बताओगे अपने बारे में कि मैंने ये internship करी है, मैंने ये achievement है मेरा, I got this award or something. I will talk on that. बट अगर क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं कि भाई आपको क्यों सिलेक्ट नहीं करा था, व्हाई शुड वी नॉट सिलेक्ट, अभी तो बहुत स्ट्रेंज बात है. इतनी मेहनत करके मैं आया आपके पास बैठा हूं इंटरव्यू में, एंड यू आर आस्किंग मी व्हाई शुड यू नॉट सिलेक्ट मी, एंड डू आई नीड टू आंसर दैट? एंड माय डियर स्टूडेंट, यस, द आंसर इज यस, यू नीड टू आंसर दैट. सो अगेन द पॉइंट कम्स ओवर हियर इज दैट आर यू अवेयर ऑफ योर वीकनेसेस? आर यू अवेयर ऑफ योर ड्रॉबैक्स? Do you hesitate when somebody asks you about your negatives? तो ये भी तो भाई एक आपकी पर्सनैलिटी की बात है ना, कि भाई मैं तो अपनी नेगेटिव बताऊंगा ही नहीं, मैं अपनी बुराई सुन नहीं सकता. No, that's really not going to work later on. So, keeping all these things in your mind, you need to prepare for the whole process, so that ultimately आपका goal है to get into a good company. And these days, I tell you, my dear students, इंटरव्यूज 3-3, 4-4 राउंड में होता है. नॉर्मल इंटरव्यू HR, यू हैव केस बेस्ड इंटरव्यूज माय डियर स्टूडेंट. सिचुएशन देंगे आपको, एंड देन बेस्ड ऑन सिचुएशन आपको बताना पड़ेगा. इफ यू आर द CEO ऑफ द कंपनी और अ फाइनेंस हेड, आप क्या करोगे. HR, टेक्निकल, केस बेस्ड, इस तरह से इंटरव्यूज हो रहे हैं. टॉक ऑफ ऑल दिस टॉप कंपनीज, यू नो, Bain consultancy, or all these top big four, Deloitte and others, if you talk of Ernst and Young and all. तो बहुत बार ये लोग 3-3, 4-4 राउंड्स ले रहे हैं, राइट. तो आपको तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी फ्रॉम द सेकेंड ईयर इटसेल्फ, और इवन बिफोर दैट. आई वुड से आप फर्स्ट ईयर में हो तो आप सोचना शुरू करो, क्योंकि अल्टीमेट हमारा पर्पस क्या है एजुकेशन का. आपसे अगर कोई पूछे कितने साल से आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, जो मैं बिजी होने की बात कर रहा था शुरू में, you've been studying from last how many years? I mean, 14, 15, 16 years? And the purpose was what? What was the objective? क्यों पढ़ रहे थे भाई आप लोग? या हम लोगों ने क्यों पढ़ाई की? Of course, so that we can give it back to the society, to the country, to the corporate, to the company where I work. तो बात वही आ जाती है कि इतने साल की मेहनत अगर बाद में यहां पर आकर मैं लास्ट स्टेज पर आई फल्टर, I mean it's a big problem, I would say. I mean, I hope most of you would agree to this. कि जो मैं 14, 15, 16 साल से कर रहा था फॉर समथिंग, और वहां पर जब उन्होंने बाद में मुझसे कुछ एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट लिया या फिर GD इंटरव्यू लिया, वहां पर मैं फॉल्टर कर गया, तो थोड़ा फाइट है. तो बात ये नहीं कि आपको नई आइडिया था या फिर आपने स्किल नहीं, ऐसा नहीं था. द ओनली प्रॉब्लम इज, डिड यू प्रिपेयर? वर यू प्रिपेयर्ड? डिड यू नो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस डू दे आस्क? Do you know what to ask in English, maths, reasoning if they give you aptitude? So only shows awareness कि भाई मुझे पता है या नहीं पता है. Preparation is the key. Nothing more, nothing less. If you're prepared, you're confident. If you're underprepared, you feel nervousness. सीधी बात तो ये. बहुत बार लोग बोलते हैं अरे मैं कॉन्फिडेंट फील नहीं करता, वहां जाकर एग्जाम में प्रेशर हो जाता है, पैनिक कर जाता हूं मैं, नर्वस हो जाती है. भाई इसका रीजन है प्रिपेयर्डनेस. प्रोबेबली आई डिड नॉट प्रिपेयर दैट हार्ड. जिस चीज से डर लगता है वो मैं अगर डेली करूं, रेगुलरली करूं, तो डर तो खत्म हो ही जाएगी. तो ये चीज पे थोड़ा वर्क करना पड़ेगा. तो नर्वसनेस वगैरह ये सब कुछ नहीं होता. इट्स जस्ट अबाउट हाउ वेल प्रिपेयर्ड यू आर. दैट्स इट. एंड अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, एक्सेप्टेंस. अगर आप कहीं इंटरव्यू GD में बैठे और आपको थोड़ा डर लग रहा है, एक्सेप्ट करो, हाँ लग रहा है, आई एम नर्वस. डोंट ट्राई टू काइंड ऑफ डिसअप्रूव दैट पॉइंट. आप नर्वस हो, एक्सेप्ट करो हूं, बट बोलो आई विल मैनेज इट. आई एम नर्वस बट आई विल मैनेज इट. सो टेल योरसेल्फ दैट, कर लेंगे ऐसा, एंड देन यू गिव योर बेस्ट. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ एटीट्यूड कैन एक्चुअली हेल्प यू सेल थ्रू इन ऑल दीज रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेसेस, इफ आई टेल यू लाइक, राइट. सो अभी majorly what kind of questions do they give you in aptitude tests? If you know that, you would be kind of in a position to chart your plan probably for the next few months. कि भाई मुझे I'm going to face the test maybe after 6 months or a year. I should be working on these things. भाई काम शुरू कर देते थोड़ा थोड़ा. At least half an hour every day. That's fine. That's not a big deal. It's about your career. It's about your career. Maybe it's about your life. That's how it is, right? So, मैथ्स में बेसिकली जो क्वेश्चन जो आते हैं आपके अरिथमेटिक, अलजेब्रा वाले जो बेसिक क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग बोलते हैं उसको, मैथ्स में प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, उसी को वो थोड़ा घुमा कर डेटा सफिशिएंसी बना देते हैं, which means they'll give you some data, and based on that they'll ask you whether data 1 can be used to solve the question, or data 2, or both, or neither, and they'll give you some equation, maybe any equation, and based on that you need to apply whether this data is sufficient to solve this question, or the next data is sufficient to solve this question, or both are sufficient. See, सुनने में तो आसान लग रहा है कि तो हो जाएगा, बट क्या मैंने इसकी प्रैक्टिस करी है? नहीं करी है तो एक बार कर लेंगे तो इजी होगा ना मेरे पास एग्जाम. सीधी बात तो ये, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू कि थोड़ा सा वर्क करना विल रियली हेल्प, राइट? इंग्लिश, व्हाट डू दे आस्क इन इंग्लिश? ऑफ कोर्स दे विल गिव मी सम पैसेजेस, दे विल गिव मी सम पैराग्राफ्स. कुछ पैसेज, कुछ पैराग्राफ्स देंगे मुझको, राइट? इन सम केसेस दे मे आस्क मी टू फाइंड द आंसर to whatever is given in the paragraph. But mind you, Here, the questions may not be direct as it used to be in our 10th and 12th. Please understand this point. यहाँ पर ये नहीं होगा कि पैसेज के अंदर आपको क्वेश्चन कैंसिल, क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे आपसे, which of the following can be inferred from the passage, ऐसा कुछ. And when they use the word infer, I should know कि जो पूछ रहे हैं वो डायरेक्टली गिवन नहीं है पैसेज में. मुझे एक फैक्ट से दूसरी फैक्ट निकालने के लिए बोला जा रहा है, इन्फरेंस करने बोला जा रहा है. सो आई शुड अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन. इफ द क्वेश्चन सेज व्हाट इज द assumption मेड बाय द ऑथर, so I am looking at something which is the hidden element of the passage or the paragraph, not something which is the written thing over there. So please look at these nuances as well. कि चीजें डायरेक्ट नहीं है, इनडायरेक्ट पूछ रहे हैं. क्या मैंने पहले कभी इन्फरेंस अजम्पशन के पैसेजेस करे हैं, नहीं करे हैं, और मैं एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट में बैठ गया तो प्रॉब्लम होगी मुझे. मुझे लगता है कि इंग्लिश में पैसेज करके आंसर कर लेंगे, नहीं होगा. वो सारी मेहनत आपकी 15 साल की फिर will not give you fruits. तो the idea is कि जब भी आपकी कोई भी एंट्रेंस हो या कुछ भी any recruitment test and all, and you know they're going to take aptitude test, please practice a bit. They'll really help you crack that test or maybe interview series जो भी चीज है, right? और बहुत बार हमें लगता है मेरा तो दोस्त है वो पढ़ता भी नहीं है, उसने क्रैक कर लिया था. ऐसा नहीं होता. See, people who get through, people who are successful, उनसे पूछोगे तो वो बोलेंगे मैंने तो ज्यादा कुछ किया है, क्योंकि उनको मिल गई सक्सेस, राइट? सक्सेस इज काउंटेड स्वीटेस्ट बाय दोज हु डू नॉट सक्सीड, इफ यू कैन कनेक्ट विद दैट. तो बहुत बार हमें लगता है कि बिना मेहनत किए हो जाता है, ऐसा नहीं है. दूसरे को देखकर लगता है ऐसा, बट ऐसा है नहीं. उन्होंने भी मेहनत करी होगी जरूर, बता नहीं रहे बट मेहनत करी होगी. बहुत बार हमारे दोस्त छुप के मेहनत करते हैं, बताते नहीं उनको, right? And then they crack some interview and they'll say, "मेरा तो ऐसे हो गया," right? So the thing I'm trying to tell you is that whosoever succeeds, I tell you, there is some hard work behind it. सीधी बात है. So I mean, you can start looking at all these things from a different perspective. That's what the point is. Reasoning questions, they are like puzzles. They are nothing but puzzles. So they may be very simple to look at, but then when you sit down solving it, you may falter. ये तो हो नहीं पा, देखने में तो इतना आसान था, ऐसा है. या फिर जल्दी के चक्कर में हम गलत आंसर बोल सकते, ऐसा भी हो सकता है, राइट? रीजनिंग है. तो ये तीनों एस्पेक्ट पे दे आस्क सर्टेन क्वेश्चंस व्हिच आर नॉट वेरी डिफिकल्ट, बट दे आर, आई वुड से ट्रिकी. दे आर नॉट डिफिकल्ट, दे आर ट्रिकी. नाउ व्हाई डू आई से ट्रिकी? बिकॉज अगर मेरे से कोई चलो सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है, से फॉर एग्जाम्पल समबडी टेल्स मी कि भाई बताओ मुझे 0.9 का स्क्वायर रूट क्या होगा, ऐसा. सो इट लुक्स टू बी वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. ये तो क्या है, मतलब स्क्वायर रूट 0.9 तो ऐसे निकाल लें, राइट? कोई मुझसे पूछ रहा है, मैंने इंटरव्यू में पूछ लिया या कहीं पर एग्जाम में दे दिया, ऑप्शन भी है मेरे पास. मान लो एक ऑप्शन 0.3 है, एक 0.03 है, एक 0.9 है और एक 0.5 है. एंड देन आई हैव टू चूज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन. कौन सा बेस्ट ऑप्शन ऐसे चूज करना पड़ेगा मान लो उसको. सो which option should I choose? So first option says 0.3, second says 0.03, third says 0.9, and the fourth says 0.4. And I have to choose the best option. मुझे square root 0.9 का निकालना. So anybody, if in case you can put something in the chat box, if you are allowed to do that. बता सकते हो 1, 2, 3, 4 में क्या इसका आंसर हो सकता है? Okay. So Rohan gives the answer. Devesh maybe did it. So second option बोल रहे हैं, फिर C option, somebody says C option. Okay, ठीक है, good enough. Okay, thanks for responding, guys. Great. So that's what. So the idea is, even for a simple question, there can be different answers, which I can see, when I see the chat. So that's fine. That's normal. तो ऐसा तो नहीं कि क्वेश्चन डिफिकल्ट है, बट ट्रिकी इसलिए है क्योंकि अगर मुझसे कोई 9 का स्क्वायर रूट पूछे तो मैं तो इजीली बोल दूंगा 3 होता है, एनीबॉडी कैन टेल. जब वो 16 का पूछेगा तो मैं 4 बोल दूंगा, बहुत सिंपल. बट 0.9 का तो ऑफ कोर्स सीधा डायरेक्ट एक नेचुरल नंबर या होल नंबर तो नहीं होगा, कुछ पॉइंट नहीं होना चाहिए. अब इफ आई से आंसर इज 2, देयर विल बी रॉन्ग आंसर. व्हाई? बिकॉज 0.03 into 0.03 is 0.0009. which means 0.0009 का स्क्वायर रूट 0.03 होता है. You get the point. तो स्क्वायर रूट का मतलब होता है ऐसा नंबर जिसको खुद से मल्टीप्लाई करके वही आना चाहिए. इट्स अ सिंपल थिंग. इसका जो क्लोजेस्ट आंसर है दैट इज 0.9, विच इज ऑप्शन नंबर 3. व्हाई? बिकॉज अगर हम 0.9 को 0.9 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, इट रीचेज वेरी क्लोज टू 0.81, विच इज वेरी क्लोज टू 0.9. तो एग्जैक्ट आंसर अगर मुझसे पूछो तो अराउंड 9.95 हो. दिस शुड बी आंसर, बट दिस इज द क्लोजेस्ट आंसर, राइट? So our job is to understand the trick of the question and then mark, even for a simple question, right? तो 0.9 को 0.9 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो 0.8 आ रहा है. 0.8 बहुत क्लोज है 0.9 से, तो इसका मतलब आंसर 0.95 के आसपास होना चाहिए. सीधी बात है, राइट? अब ऐसे मान लो कुछ ट्रिकी चीजें भी पूछ लेते हैं कभी कि वो तो बोलो अगर 4 के ऊपर पावर दे देंगे तुमको, कुछ ऐसे करेंगे, बोलेंगे 6 से डिवाइड करो, और देन द क्वेश्चन इज फाइंड द रिमाइंडर. अगेन एप्टीट्यूड है ये सब. यहां पर आपकी कोर मैथ्स तो चेक नहीं कर रहे हैं, बेसिकली देखना चाहते हैं कि आपको ऑप्शन देंगे वो, ऑफ कोर्स विल गिव यू ऑप्शंस. अगेन मान लो एक ऑप्शन 2 दे दिया, दूसरा ऑप्शन 4 दे दिया, तीसरा ऑप्शन मान लो 7 दे दिया, चौथा ऑप्शन मान लो 1 दे दिया, ऐसा कुछ. अभी आपसे पूछ रहे हैं कि 4 के ऊपर इतनी बड़ी पावर है, 6 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो रिमाइंडर क्या बचे. Looks to be a very difficult question. कैसे मल्टीप्लाई करें? It's a difficult question. There must be some way of doing it. और अगर मैं आपको बताऊं कि 4 के ऊपर तुम कुछ भी पावर लिख दो, 6 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो हमेशा रिमाइंडर जो है 4 ही बचेगा. चेक कर लो. 4 स्क्वायर 16, 16 by 6, 6 to the 12, 4 रिमाइंडर. 4 क्यूब, 4 for the 16, 16 for the 64 by 6, 6 is the 60, रिमाइंडर 4. यानी कि चाहे ऑड पावर हो चाहे इवन पावर हो, रिमाइंडर हमेशा 4 ही बचा है. अगर मुझे सिर्फ ये पता है तो पावर कुछ भी लिख दो, मैं सीधा आंसर मार्क कर दूंगा 4. ऐसा इट्स वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. ऐसे 6 के ऊपर कुछ पावर लिख दो आप, कुछ भी. और अगर हम 5 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो ऑफ कोर्स रिमाइंडर हमेशा 1 ही बचे, हमेशा. क्यों? क्योंकि 6 को कभी भी हम 6 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो एंड में हमेशा 6 ही आता है. 6 6 36, 6 into 6 into 6 216, लास्ट में हमेशा 6 ही बच रहा है. अब अगर लास्ट में 6 ही बच रहा है, अगर 5 से डिवाइड हो तो रिमाइंडर हमेशा 1 ही आएगा. तो इट्स ऑल अबाउट द ट्रिक, यू नो, एंड देयर यू आर. थोड़ा आइडिया है तुमको, थोड़ा स्किल यूज किया, आपने सॉल्व करी, अब बाकी लोगों से आगे निकल गए. क्योंकि भाई रिक्रूटर जब आते हैं आपकी कंपनी में, कॉलेज में जब आते हैं तो उनको 10 लोग ले जाते हैं, 5 लोग ले जाते हैं, ऐसे 20 लोग ले जाते हैं, बट अप्लाई कितने लोग करते हैं? क्या बता, 500 लोगों ने अप्लाई कर, उसमें से सीवी देखकर 100 लोगों को बुलाया इंटरव्यू के लिए, ऐसा कुछ. या कभी टेस्ट देने के लिए बहुत सारे लोग बैठ गए, उसमें से फिर 50 लोगों को सिलेक्ट करा, उनका इंटरव्यू हुआ, फिर 2 लोगों को सिलेक्ट करा. सो दिस इज द नॉर्म, दिस इज द नॉर्म. सो देयर इज कॉम्पिटिशन, लेट्स फेस इट, लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड इट, राइट? तो एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट का पर्पस यही है कि आपकी स्मार्टनेस को चेक करके आपको आगे पुश कर देते हो. चलो भाई आप आ जाओ, तुमको बाकी हम ट्रेन करते हैं, विल ट्रेन यू फर्दर, ऐसा करें, राइट? तो इसमें अगर हमें क्या लगता है, हमें लगता है यार एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट तो बड़ा मुश्किल है, कितना कंपटीशन है, कोई पैटर्न भी तो नहीं, कुछ भी दे देते, एनी क्वेश्चन देखेंगे फ्रॉम एनीवेयर, पेपर लंबा होता है, टाइम कम है. एग्रीड, थोड़ी थोड़ी चीजें हैं, आई वुड एग्री टू सम ऑफ इट, कि थोड़ा कंपटीशन है, थोड़ी अनसर्टेनिटी है, थोड़ा टाइम मैनेज करना पड़ता है. बट देन प्लीज टेल मी, ऑल ऑफ अस आर ऑन द सेम बोट, हम तो सब सेम बोट पर. इसका मतलब है कि भाई ये तो सबका ही है ना. तो आई मीन इफ इट इज टफ फॉर मी, इट्स टफ फॉर द अदर वन, सो व्हाई वरी, क्या दिक्कत का, राइट? तो प्लीज इसको इस तरह से लो, पीपल आर ऑन द सेम बोट, सो देयर इज नथिंग मच टू वरी. और दूसरी बात, सच्चाई ये है कि डिफिकल्टी लेवल उतना होता नहीं है, 10th लेवल के क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं. यहां पर ऐसी आपकी इंटेलिजेंस की टेस्ट नहीं हो रही कि आप यू आर वेरी नॉलेजेबल पर्सन, टॉपर थ्रू आउट. नो, they're looking at somebody who can understand, who can leave questions, who can do something, who's smart enough, rather than very intelligent like Einstein or somebody like that. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. राइट? सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड योर एबिलिटीज. और यहां पर ये रटने वाली बात नहीं होती कि सारा रट लेंगे तभी हो पाएगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. सो these are the facts if you can see on the screen, right? And see, in case I asked you certain things, abhi see for example English की बात करें. So English is like lot of these aptitude tests. They give you vocabulary based questions. They may ask you batao some word they may give you and they would say iska meaning batao, antonym batao, something like that. So they do that, right? अब बोलेंगे एंटी डाइलुवियन वर्ड मान लो कभी सुना ही नहीं मैं, और इसका मीनिंग बताओ, एंड they'll give you some options, right? So they give you some options and they write some difficult words in all these options. कहीं पर वो लिख देंगे magniloquent for example. Somewhere they write exculpate. मतलब एक तो वर्ड भी टफ है और ऑप्शन में भी ऐसे ऐसे मुझे वर्ड्स दिख रहे हैं. मान लो लिख दिया उन्होंने एंशिएंट फॉर एग्जाम्पल, राइट? तो अभी द प्रॉब्लम राइट नाउ इज दैट if I don't know, how do I mark whatever I mark? On what basis do I mark 1, 2, or 3, or 4? How do I mark? So there's something called roots. Some of you would know. Roots words के मीनिंग को आप इंटेलिजेंटली गेस कर सकते हो. अगर किसी वर्ड में एंटे लिखा है, ANTE, तो उसका सेंस बिफोर से आता है, समथिंग. If there is a word with anti, ये तो पता है हमको, सबको पता होगा. इनफैक्ट anti gives the sense of against, है कि नहीं? एंटीपैथी, एंटी सोशल होता है. तो जो कुछ चीजें पता होती, कुछ चीजें नहीं पता होती. तो the more you work upon all these things, the better you become. तो अगर एंटीपैथी होता तो हम बोल सकते थे अगेंस्ट कुछ, बट यहां पर ये एंटी डायलुवियन बोल रहे हैं. जैसे होता है ना, एंटीसीडेंट होता है पहले वाला, या फिर एंटीरियर बोलते हैं पहले वाला, पोस्टीरियर बोलते हैं बाद वाला, ऐसा कुछ. सो हियर थोड़ा स्मार्टली मुझे देखना पड़ेगा कि एंटी मतलब पहले होता है, और यहां पर एक्सकल्पेट कुछ अजीब सा वर्ड है, मैग्निलोक्वेंट भी थोड़ा अजीब है, बट एंशिएंट भी एक वर्ड है यहां पर, एंशिएंट, जिसका इजिली मतलब पता है हमको कि पुराना, और एंटी मतलब भी पहले था. तो यानी कि मैं स्मार्ट वर्क से ऐसे टिक मार्क कर सकता हूं कि दिस शुड बी द बेस्ट आंसर, even without knowing the meaning of other words. Now, that's what a smart guess is. Intelligent guesswork. That's what it is. Right? तो ऐसी चीजें हम यूज कर सकते हैं. If I tell you कि एक रूट होता है MAL mal, which means bad, for example, और BEN ben मान लो good होता है, and the word here says malediction. So it should be something bad. Why? Starts with mal. Malfunction, malnutrition, malignant, malicious, malefactor, मैला. हिंदी में, संस्कृत में बोलते हैं मैला है, गंदा. तो ये संस्कृत ओरिजिन का वर्ड है. तो बस मुझे इतना पता है कि MAL का सेंस कुछ बैड से आ रहा है, तो फिर ऑटोमेटिकली देखो मैं पता चल गया मुझे इसका वर्ड का ऑपोजिट कुछ बेन से होना चाहिए, क्योंकि बेन इज बेनिफिशियल, बेनिफिट, बेनाइन, बेन वाले. यू गेट द आइडिया? सो malediction, the opposite should be benediction. What do you say? If the word is malefactor, the opposite should be benefactor. If the word is malign, the opposite is benign. Look at it. Malevolent, benevolent. देखो अपने आप हो रहा है ना, malevolent, benevolent. Oh, they are trying to malign the name of the company. They are trying to malign the name of the company. और मुझे मीनिंग नहीं पता malign का, but I know mal क्या होता है. I understand the statement. I understand it. Why? Because I know कि कुछ खराब कर रहे हैं, नाम खराब कर रहे हैं शायद. Because they are trying to malign it. आइडिया मिल जाता है. So that kind of thing you can look at. And sometimes it can be also some basic rule. Say article A and the rule. All of us know it. So a European or an European? What do you say? An year or a year? What do you say? Tell me. Easy one, this one. Okay, got it. Okay, so we say a year ago, right? And European में क्या बोलेंगे? A European and European. European में भी a ही बोलेंगे. Good enough. Fine. Because over here, it's about the sound. See, the sound Y or the sound U is not a vowel sound. It says European, European. Sound is U. So it should be A. The word over here is year. A year ago, year. आवाज year क्या है? Year ago. ऐसा. So again, if it is a year ago, so the sound is Y, of course should be. But can you tell me about fifth question? Raju is one of the tallest boys who has or who have. What do you say? Has or have? Okay. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Great. So the confusion over here can be that this person, Raju, is being talked about. But no, it's not the case. Raju is among those boys who have. So point यहाँ पर ये है, we are saying that Raju लड़कों में से जिन लोगों ने, that's what we're talking of. इसका basic trick क्या पता है? Just look at the words like who, which or that, and focus on the word just before. बस इतना ही focus. That's it. So which means there is a certain basic rule also, which if you know, you'll be 100% sure, okay, this is what it is. So that's why we need to elevate ourselves to the level of, what is required in that particular job, what is required in that particular college, or maybe, that particular program, whatever it is. ठीक है? तो ऐसी basic चीजें हैं, तो syllabus ज़्यादा है नहीं for all these aptitude tests. Try working on your strengths. Try, iron out your weaknesses as well. Do some calculations. Try mental calculations. Take some mocks. Practice regularly, and you'll be able to crack these kind of entrance or the recruitment level tests, right? So this I talked of, English also I discussed. And see, another important thing is, of course, try to regularly read. That is very, very crucial. People who are well read, I tell you, they can, understand easily whatever you give it to them, maybe even any puzzle or maybe even a maths question for that matter. It's not that reading helps you only in English. Reading helps you all across. So another myth which people think are read करेंगे तो English improve होगी. English तो होगी, उसका फायदा maths और DILR में भी हो सकता है. That's the whole point. अब एक fast reader बन जाओ, you'll be a fast reader. So that advantage you would get once you start working with it, right? So, just a question over here, maybe some question from some test paper. Here I need to fill in the blank. There is a case given to me, and there are 4 options. You can easily see it over here. And of these 4 options, I need to fit in a word over here based on the sense and the tone and the tenor of the passage. ठीक है? अभी आप देखो लिखा, it is dash to a sensitive traveler who walks through this great town when he sees the streets, the roads, and the cabin doors crowded with beggars. So crowded with beggars, mostly women, followed by 3, 4, 6 children, all in rags, and importuning every passenger for alms. अब बात हो रही है sensitive traveler की. So the traveler is sensitive, and then he sees all these, the situation right in front of him is like really bad. So will the person be irritated? Can I say it is irritating to a sensitive traveler? Of course, it cannot be amusing. Amusing is a positive word. Negative word change. So would it be irritating? Would it be disgusting? Would it be distressing? See, very similar words. They're very similar words. So are they checking my English over here much? No, they're looking at my logical ability. Even in English question, think on it. कि यहाँ किस सेंसिटिव ट्रैवलर है, तो सेंसिटिव ट्रैवलर को कैसा लगेगा? उसको नेगेटिव फीलिंग आएगी बुरी तरह से, या फिर थोड़ा सा उसको he'll feel bad about it, something like that. Because if somebody is irritated, then that's a negative thought, right? So here, if in case you want to put, okay, so I can see, good answer. That's right, Lisa, Devesh, Anjali, Ashna, great. So that's it. So, of course, so you got the point. Very good. मतलब हो सकता है मैं सारे ऑप्शन भर सकता हूँ इसमें. Every option would make some sense or the other. But as the traveler is sensitive, he will not be irritated. Right? He'll not be disgusted. ये क्या बेकार की बात, ऐसा नहीं होगा उसको. It will be more distressing for him. उसको बुरा लगेगा. Right? That's why it should be more close to this one. So see the nuances, see the closeness of answers and meaning almost is the same. तो ऐसी थोड़ी बहुत practice करनी पड़ेगी and then you'll be able to answer it. Right? Great. So I see there are, sometimes they give you paragraphs and then they give you certain questions and then there are certain words in the options. I should know something about it and then I'll be able to answer it. Sometimes there are idioms like this, to call the bluff, ऐसा कुछ. तो हमको थोड़ा सा वर्ड पार पे वर्क करना पड़ेगा, थोड़ी रीडिंग ठीक करनी पड़ेगी, थोड़ा मैथ्स बेसिक, थोड़ा रीजनिंग. So reasoning, basic maths, basic English, practice much, work on interview skills, be in debate situations, practice GDs and all. And, these aptitude tests should not be a big problem for any one of you, I would say. Right? So that's how probably you need to work upon this. So basic thing is कि भाई आप जो इतने साल की मेहनत है उसके बाद आपकी प्लेसमेंट का टाइम आता है तो प्लीज टेक दैट सीरियसली. नहीं तो what was the fun working hard for all those 16, 15, 16 years when I'm unable to get a good job for myself, when I'm unable to get to a good college for that matter, for masters for that matter. तो आपको थोड़ा सा इसको सीरियसली लेना पड़ेगा आपसे. And once you get into a good company, I mean, life is set, you feel good about yourself, you have a purpose, and you can connect with the job well, you're satisfied, which is the most important thing. So job satisfaction, that's again the key. So one last point probably that to crack any kind of aptitude test, so be thorough with the knowledge, have a good reading speed, there should be some quick mental calculation, you should know, and you should be familiar कि किस तरह का क्वेश्चन आता है, थोड़ा आइडिया होना चाहिए. और आप एप्टीट्यूड तो आपके लिए मुश्किल नहीं होगा क्योंकि एप्टीट्यूड डेवलप करने के लिए हमको सिर्फ आधे से 1 घंटे चाहिए डेली. यहाँ पर हमको 10 घंटे पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं, सिलेबस नहीं है, देयर इज नो सिलेबस. आई मीन इट्स नॉट दैट आई नीड टू डू होल ऑफ हिस्ट्री और ज्योग्राफी, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. इट्स स्मार्ट वर्क. तो आधे से 1 घंटे अगर हम अभी से दें, अगर मैं सेकेंड ईयर में हूँ या थर्ड ईयर शुरू हुआ मेरा, तो आई एम श्योर आपको प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी. ऑल दीज रिक्रूटमेंट टेस्ट, कैट और जैट और आईएफटी और व्हाटएवर, यूपीएससी और सीसैट होता है, वो एक केक वॉक और आगे और भी जो भी आप जहां भी एप्टीट्यूड है, एसएससी है, बैंक पीओ है, तो सब जगह एप्टीट्यूड का सीडीएस का एग्जाम होता है ना. तो ये आप आराम से क्रैक करें. सो Ravi, this was the discussion for today, as in how to crack the aptitude test and what needs to be done to be, the best of yourself, and how do you kind of, get to your potential. All of you have potential.
Okay, so we can get in some questions now.
If it is, yes.
Okay, guys, you can type in your questions, and if you want to get unmuted, you can raise your hand also. You can ask any questions to sir relating to any competitive exam that you want to crack or you're going ahead with it. You want to know how should you actually start preparing for it, anything.
Well, you can also get in touch with us or any time center which is close to you. Right. Okay, I think not much. Mohit, there is a program, a short-term program, wherein we give you certain, basic classes on all these areas. Some classes on English, some on mathematics, basic reasoning ability, GDs and interviews. So we have a short-term program of, a month or two. So that program is available. And we also directly go to your colleges also and, help you there itself. So we go to different colleges, we kind of, discuss on different topics. So even that is done. So you can definitely, if in case you wish to, you can get in touch with any time center near to you.
So I think, sir, there are no more questions. Sir, if you could stop sharing your key ones.
I'll do that.
Yeah. Sir, on behalf of Hindu Consulting Group, I would like to extend you a sincere vote of thanks to conduct this enlightening session for us. The tips and expertise that you gave, like starting from that GDs could be of any topics relating to whether elephants can dance also, and then all the other things to including how to answer a question smartly when we do not know the answer. All these steps will definitely help us enhance our career prospects. So please accept the small token of appreciation from our side. A memento.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure taking the session, guys.
So your expertise, passion for aptitude development and insights have undoubtedly enhanced our analytical thinking skills. We are very grateful to you for having taken time out of your busy schedule today to conduct such an insightful session and sharing your expertise with us. Thank you so much, sir.
Pleasure. All the best, guys. Take care, stay healthy, stay safe, and reach your goals and dreams.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Take care.
I would also like to thank everyone for joining us today for this enlightening session. Your presence and participation has truly made the session all the more enraging.
Don't forget us to join on Sunday for another insightful session on cracking real world challenges with finesse. Until then, keep learning and stay tuned. Thank you, guys.